At World Horse Welfare, we're always looking for knowledgeable rehomers. And today I've come to the Island Riding Centre where I'm about to meet two of our ponies that were rescued, but they're now project ponies. So they're not just learning themselves, they're also helping to teach the next generation of horse enthusiasts. Louise, you have a fantastic riding centre here, but why was it so important to you to have rescue horses?
Well, I think as a riding school, it's really nice to have something that's rescued, one for our clients and also for our students to have participation in bringing them on, coming to see them, and also giving them a new lease of life and a hope, really. And Bonsai and Apache have been amazing since we've had them. And it's great fun to see them achieving and growing and developing into hopefully wonderful riding school ponies.
So Louise, how did you find out about rehoming from World Horse Welfare?
Okay, so I've always known about you, and I think with lockdown we realised we had a little bit of time. Like lots of people, we're really desperate for new cobs to come into our riding school, and we thought, hang on, there's a need here for some horses, and they can come and work with us. The time we had with my students and my two apprentice girls to ride them. So I think with all the time, it worked out a perfect time to get them.
So did they both take a while to settle in?
Yeah, I mean, we're a busy yard, and I think really the work they'd had done at Glenda Spooner had really given them great ground rules. Their training had been wonderful, and we didn't really have to do an awful lot with them, but we've been doing it gradually. With the lockdown, we've had lots more time, lots of lunging, lots of bonding with them, and they're now wonderful, settled ponies.
So it's quite important, isn't it, that they match up the horse and pony to the owner?
Glenda Spooner were really amazing in saying what type of horses we could have. Almost like a dating agency, really, I suppose, with horses, and they were perfect for us. And I think lots of people are put off with rescue centres because it says maybe they're companion ponies only, but there's a reason why it's so tricky to get the perfect ones for your riding stables. So they're great, yeah.
So just explain to me what their role is as a project pony.
So actually we're almost working from scratch with them, and even though the Glenda Spooner had done lots of work with them for their ground manners and leading, loading, etc. and grooming, we still need to know that they're going to be perfect for riding school horses, that they're gentle, calm and placid, and we've got all the time we want with them and not rush their training, but also to mould them into the riding school that they will fit in with all the other horses. So bringing them into the lessons, for instance, they've been into group lessons with our students, and he thoroughly enjoys it. It's like he's always been there. Also going into an indoor arena, something that lots of horses haven't been, but knowing that they've been trained in an indoor, that was a huge bonus to us.
So even though they're learning, they're also part of teaching that next generation of your students, aren't they?
Yes, so we offer NVQ level 1, 2, 3 horse care and management and riding, and lots of places don't actually offer training of horses, backing them and working with them and bringing them on. So part of us thinking, why should we go to the World Horse Welfare, was because we've got horses that our students can be part of, and they'll be the next generation for riding school. We can bring in some more horses when that's worked as well, and with the time they can put into them, it's great for them to see them achieving and developing into wonderful horses. And we can do it again next year, and hopefully we'll have some more and bring them in every year. We have more students, and they work and grow with the students, with the horses.
So do they kind of get the sympathy vote from your students?
Absolutely, because everyone likes it, to know that someone's rescued something and giving them a new hope and a new life. And coming here, we can't wait to take them to the beach and have a ride on Apley Beach. That's going to be sort of our bonus thing with them. So it's great, and they've settled in so well, and they're part of the team, and the students love them, the staff love them, I do, and as you can see, they're really great boys.
Well, whilst we're here at the Island Riding Centre, our field officer, Penny Baker, has been giving a talk to the students on the importance of the work that World Horse Welfare does in the rescue, rehabilitation and rehoming of our horses and ponies.
It's really important that we get the message out to students about the Animal Welfare Act and what's required of horse owners in general, not just if you're going to work in that area of the industry, but also just as a general horse owner. We're very lucky now in this country that we have good legislation and that moves are being made to increase welfare standards as a whole, but we have to get that message out, and one of the ways that we can play our part in that is by using these talks and presentations to students who are keen, they want to know the information and they want to soak it up so that they can have a future and look towards that equine welfare industry as potentially somewhere that they can work. So horses come into World Horse Welfare for all sorts of different reasons. In the case of Bonsai and Apache, Bonsai, he came into World Horse Welfare as a foal. He was part of a small herd of horses that were fly grazing on a conservation area. So effectively that means they were grazing on an area where they weren't supposed to be and they didn't have permission to be there. And ultimately no owner came forward to claim them. So Bonsai became under the ownership of World Horse Welfare. In the case of Apache, he was a polar opposite really, and a good example of why there's such a wide range of reasons why horses come into us. His owner was ageing and had a complete turnaround of her lifestyle and circumstances and really needed help with the animals that she got, and we were able to offer that help that she needed, and Apache came in again into the farm through his training and happily has been able to be a successful rehome project. So we've come out to the Island Riding Centre to do our visit check on Apache and Bonsai, which we do with all our rehomed horses. And to see them in this riding school environment, you know, we've seen them being ridden, we've seen them out in the field, we've seen them being handled, and the feeding regime that they go, they are living just a 5-star life. And to see them go from where they came from into this environment, you just couldn't ask for more. The care that they're receiving at the Island Riding Centre is top notch.
So Louise, what advice would you give anyone that was thinking of rehoming from World Horse Welfare?
Well, it's a great success story for us, and I recommend to anybody to have a rescue horse. One, because it's giving them a new home and something nice to do, and as a project to work together, but also the work they do from World Horse Welfare really gives you grounding as to what you're getting, and the expertise that I know we got from World Horse Welfare as well. So that for parents maybe who are buying a new pony for their children, at least they know where you can go buy from anywhere else. You don't always know 100%. And then if it doesn't work out, you know the horses are going to go back somewhere safely and looked after as well. So for us, definitely it's a great way of rehoming and getting a perfect pony.
Oh, you want that bit across now?